Welcome back to Tea Breaks. Today, really exciting, we are pitting two of the most popular mystery boxes that I found at the London card show head to head against each other. There's a slight price discrepancy. This one was £45 and this one was £35. But let's see what packs we get and let's see what cards we're able to pull out of them. Before we go any further, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all that sort of stuff. I'm a small channel. I think I say it almost every video now. It makes such a huge difference. So please, I'd really appreciate it. So first off, we have this one from Collector Parcel. So if you go to any UK-based card show, you'll see these usually being sold. I think this one was the premium tier. There is one that goes for sort of over £100. I don't think that was available. Well, in the show that I saw, I have bought that in the past and I didn't find it particularly great value. This one was £45. I can't remember exactly what they said we were going to get in it. I think there was a graded card and 5 packs in total. I think that was it. And maybe there'll be a few other knickknacks, because for £45 you'd expect, I don't know, you'd expect quite a lot, right? Because if there are only 5 packs, then that's pricing each pack at like £8 or £9, which seems a little crazy in terms of overall pricing. Right, so let's take a look. Oh, a little tricky to get it out. Oh yeah, we've got some packs there. We've got some red stuff. So we'll take the packs out first and have a little look at what we get there. It looks like we only get 4 packs. There might be some buried underneath, but let's take a look. Yeah, so there's just the 4 packs that we get. We get Temporal Forces, a Paradox Rift, Scarlet and Violet Base, and then a Mega Evolution. So again, of the packs, I would say this one's Mega Evolution is really the only premium pack within this, and these 3 are on the cheaper side or the less desirable side of Scarlet and Violet overall. Okay, so we'll open those in a little bit. What else do we get in our box? We get this red shit, which I'm just going to chuck on my floor for now. It looks like this is a graded guard of some kind. We'll try it out on one of our guards maybe after this. Okay. So this looks like we'll have a little mini pack within this. I don't know whether this is like an individual pack in here or just a collection of cards. But it gives us our card art. So we've got 1 in 50 of an alt art, 2 in 50 of a full art, 2 in 50 of a gold card, 13 and 15 of an illustration, 12 and 50 of a V-Star or a V-Max, and then 1 in 5 of both an EX and a V. So I'm not feeling terribly optimistic given those odds, but we'll take a look at that in a sec. We get a graded card with Get Graded. I think they're a UK-based grading company, but I don't know much about them. Obviously, over here, Ace is the largest of all of them. It looks like we've got a Korean Professor Oak. Okay, it isn't a 10, so that's cool, I guess. Oh, another Professor Oak, a Professor's Research. And it's a 25th anniversary collection. I have absolutely no idea if there's any value on this. It's such an obscure card, being in Korean, and having it from Get Graded as well has thrown me a little bit. I'll look up the price and pop it on the screen if I can find anything. But, I mean, in and of itself, it's a nice slab. I've never seen these before. I don't know if they always come with a black and gold, or just because it's a pristine 10, you get that black and gold sort of slightly more premium feel for the label. All right. And what else do we have in here? It looks like these are some sleeves, top loaders. Get some top loaders. All right. So for £45, I don't think that's brilliant for 4 packs. I suppose the graded card is nice, and we don't know what's in here. If he was a little bit on the steep side, I think I would have liked to have seen 5 packs overall, because I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of value from the rest of it. And of course, with mystery packs, it's a gamble, right? It is just a complete gamble. But at the same time, well, you want some chance of being able to get a value out of it. All right, well, let's take a look. The last one I opened up of these, I was able to pull the Hoot Hoot from Crown Zenith. A Hoot Hoot from Crown Zenith, I should say. Okay, so there's something in a top loader. We're going to take a look at this at the end. So I'll put it down. We get a collection of just raw cards. Okay, so they're all from Sword and Shield. Just a mixture of kind of commons. I think these are from different sets. Yeah, and we get one reverse. All right. Cook, that's cool. We have a food-themed binder, so I'm going to keep him for that. My wife will enjoy those. So that's just a random selection of basically bulk. And then what's this? So it's obviously a something. Is it just like a V or an EX or something? Let's take a look. Yeah, it is. It's a Roaring Moon EX. Okie dokie. Well, it is the promo. Doesn't necessarily merit a top loader. I'm not. What were our odds again? 1 in 5? So I guess we beat the odds and we got an EX promo out of it. Okay, cool. Actually, we'll put you at the back because you are technically hit. And while we're at it, we'll put Professor Research at the back as well. So we'll do these packs first. I think we'll start with Scarlet and Violet base. There are some really good cards in here, and actually I'm hunting for Arvens, which I'm pretty sure come from this set as well, as I'm making kind of a few different decks, and a few of them are always good. Okie dokie, let's see. Water energy. Energy retrieval, that's useful as well, actually. The Chonk, Slowpoke, I do like that. XP Share is also useful. There's some very playable cards in this first set. Okay, Lechonk Reverse, and Rotom, and nothing. Okay, so our first pack, we didn't get any hits. I think we'll open... Let's do Paradox Rift next. To be honest, I've not really opened a lot of Paradox Rift, so I'm not even certain what the big hits are going to be. I'm going to be driven purely on vibes. It's the same with Temporal Forces. Because I haven't opened a lot of it, I'm not really too involved or too invested in what cards are in those sets. Okay, Swablu, Panacea, Garbodor. I like Garbodor. Future Booster Energy Capsule. Actually, I do need a couple of those. Scrimtail is a very playable card for Guadamar decks. We'll take that. Wiglet, TM Evolution. Again, a very playable card. We're getting lots of playable cards, so that's not bad at all. No hits in terms of rare cards or anything like that, but we are getting some good playable cards for the TCG. I know there's not always a huge overlap between the collecting/investing side and the TCG, but I'm finding it a really enjoyable thing to kind of get involved with. Really good way of meeting more people who are into the hobby overall. Just sort of what I want from my hobbies. I want them to be social. I made a couple of good friends from them recently. Okay. Tranquil, Cypher Manix Code Breaking. Huh. We'll keep that to the side as well. All right. Great Tusk. Puchena, and reverse. No. Huh. Okay, we're going to fill out trainer. Cypher Manix Code Breaking again as a full art. That's pretty good from, 4 packs to get a full art? Not upset. Oh, actually, it's just been 3 packs. Yeah, okay, nice. And now for the last of the packs from this mystery box, we have the Guadamar. And Megas I think Megas might be my all-time favorite set to open. I've been opening quite a lot of Phantasmal Flames as well recently, but I think Megas is just a more enjoyable set overall. I find the hit rate's more forgiving, and also Lost Orders always good. There are so many different things that you can even if you don't get the top chase, because it's a wider set, there are so many other ones that you can get. Ultra Ball, very, very good. Keep that. Repel, less good. And Dialga. No. Okay, so nothing from our Megas. We did then get our one full art. I'd say that's been a reasonably successful first impression of those mystery boxes. We got 4 packs. I would have preferred slightly more. We got a pretty okay, I would say, graded card. It is in Korean, and it's with Get Graded, who are relatively unknown. And the 4 packs that we did get are maybe not the most valuable. Would I buy that again? Yes, I probably would, because I'm a sucker for a bit of gambling. So you can just say, well, you're being a bit silly there, Phil, but whatever. And this I'm really interested in. I got this from another just an individual vendor that was there, and they were theming it after their son. I think his name was Oscar. Yeah, so it's Oscar's Treasure, and they had a Yu-Gi-Oh versions and they had Pokemon versions. I hope I picked up the Pokemon version. If I remember correctly, this was £35 and contained 5 packs within it. So what's that, £7 a pack, which on the secondary market, depending on what packs you get, it's really not terrible actually as a mystery box. I'm sure there may be a few other goodies in here as well. So I've got like a relatively good feeling. It's got a really lovely design on it. It feels really custom. Yeah, you can see Oscar there on the badge. Yeah, okay, so let's peel this off and get it opened up. I wish I could remember the name of the vendor. So if anyone has seen them or engaged with them, please do tag them or let me know. So I want to give them a shout out. Yeah, so it looks like we get 5 packs as that here. Take those out and we'll have a look at which packs we get in a moment. And then I'm assuming this is Oscar. Oscar's treasure as a special card. What a sweet thing to do for your son. That's so lovely. I bet he feels like absolutely beloved by his parents. And rightly so, as every child should. That's amazing. Oh man, I wish my parents had done that. And this one as well. Is this a sticker? It might be. It's slightly bent. That's really, really sick. I love that. We got all of this black gunk as well. We have a keychain of a Bulbasaur. I will admit that's not the nicest looking Bulbasaur I've seen, so maybe a bit indifferent toward that. We get a black pack. Looks to have just like a random selection of bulk and cards in it. I guess we'll see. Ooh. We've got these Billy Pops, Pokemon. We've got a little Pikachu, a Vaporeon, a Caterpie. And who's this down here? Is that a Cubone? It is. They're really cool. Well, it's almost a shame to take them out. I think I'm going to keep them in the box right now. They're adorable. Really like that. Let's open this up. I think this must be like what we saw from the other one then. It's just going to be like a random selection of some bulk, and maybe there's like a holo in here. I can feel that there's something sleeved. I'm assuming that if it was something really good, it would be in more than just a regular sleeve, would maybe have like a top loader or something. So I'm going to take that out. I think I actually did. I think I did get a glimpse of what it was. Okay, so this looks like just a random selection of bulk, yeah, with one reverse holo in it, so nothing particularly special. I have a feeling this is an EX. It is Melmetal EX. All right, look, an EX is an EX. Fine. So we've got a Paradox Rift. We've got one black and white. That's cool. I do like that. A Shrouded Fable, and a bit indifferent toward that, and the Journey Together, which I do like. They will save the black and white till the end, partly because the hits in here can be absolutely crazy, and I also feel like they're more forgiving. We'll start then with the Shrouded Fable. This, I think, is my least favorite set from Scarlet and Violet overall. I just don't love, I don't love the Pokemon in the set. I think there's some okay card art in here as well, but I mean, generally, it's not as enjoyable as some of the others, right? Some of the other sets. Seadra, Barum, Houndoom, Eevee. That's a very, very, very cute Eevee. Sylveon. It's a nice Sylveon. Malmar. Janine's Secret Art. For dark Pokemon. Okay, that's cool. We'll keep that. And then a Golbat reverse and a Haxorus as the holo. So nothing in there. We'll do another Paradox Rift. See if there's anything in here. I think. Was that where we got the Cytomatics code breaking, the full art? No, I think I might have just been having a slight technical issue there. So if my voice cut up in the middle of a sentence, that was why. Energy Trubbish, which goes with our Garbodor. Wiglet. I love the art on the Wiglet, actually. That's really cool. Orbeetle, Clorf. I like Clorf. It's a fun Pokemon. Luxurious Cape is well worth keeping a copy of. Toadstool, Tinkerton Reverse, and Deoxys. I love Deoxys as a Pokemon. A lot of people seem to really enjoy it, and I know there's some really lovely. Is it Fusion Strike that's got that Deoxys? I can't remember, but there's some really lovely Deoxys art. But as a Pokemon, I find it's just like it's a bit whatever. I've never been a fan of Pokemon that kind of just look a bit like a weird person. You know, like, oh, that's just a man, or that's just a woman. Like, whatever. I know it's Tadpole. So does Cruel. in-stop mission. This is actually one of my favorite sets. And I'm still looking for some reverse hollows. I don't know if I'm still looking for the Ruffian reverse. I'll check that after the video. And Hop's Corvus Knight. I don't know if I'm looking for that either. Oh, I feel something. And it's the Dunsparce. I pulled this Dunsparce maybe 3 or 4 times now. As a full art, it's cute. It's not very valuable. I think this goes for like £1 at most. But it's kind of cool. I like the textured look of it. I enjoy the blue and yellow. So that's been 2 full arts from our mystery sets so far. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Now, I personally prefer the cards in White Flare. I believe Black Bolt is the more valuable set. I think the Victini goes for slightly more. I think the Black Reshiram, the Zekrom goes for a little bit more as well. But personally, I find White Flare a little bit of a more interesting set to open. There are some huge cards that we could get within here because there's so many different. Oh, we can start with a Hollow Energy. That's cool. There's so many different illustration rares. Some of them have like a real value. I have a feeling actually the Scolopede's like 30 quid or something like that. But obviously, like the big one will be the Size Potola. I think that still goes for over £100. Prism Energy can be really good as well. We will keep a copy of that. I like anything tortoise or turtle related. They're one of my favorites. We do get a Pokeball off the Pidove. That's fun. I really like these Pokeball effects. Some people feel like they look really cheap and they prefer the ones from like Prismatic. For me, these ones are like way superior. And we get an illustration rare. I got so excited I was talking over my own tongue. A Volcarona. Nice. That's a really pretty one as well. I don't think I had this. I did try and master set this. I was not successful, but that's gorgeous. And then is there something at the back? No, just a regular hollow. Wow, okay, really good from that. It's a really gorgeous card as well, the Volcarona. I think that's probably worth putting in the binder. I've got a page dedicated to red themes. So, White Flare. We've already hit an illustration rare. Can you do better than that? I think, what have we had? 9 packs in total? We're doing incredibly well. No, 8 in total. And we've already hit 2 full arts and an illustration rare. I'd say, we're beating the odds in terms of what we would be expecting to get. Okay. Dino, Basculin, Substrika, I really like that. I like that Pokemon a lot. I like the art. Ferrothorn, Ferroseed as the reverse. Do I see anything behind you? Ha! Okay, indeed. After saying we like the Zebstrika, we then get the illustration rare. I've not had that one before. That's a cool looking card. Okay. Wow, and is there a double? There is a double. We get the Buffon EX as well. Let's get these sleeved up and take a little look. So we've got the Zebstrika in a sleeve now. Look at that. Colors on that are gorgeous. Such a moody, atmospheric card. Really love that. Yeah, no, okay. Big fan. Very, very happy. Black Bolt and White Flare have done us incredibly proud. And the Buffon is a whatever, right? Meh. So from our £45 box, we got this Get Graded slab in the 10. We got this full art of Cyphermatic's Code Breaking. And we got this Roaring Moon EX promo, which is actually, I like that more than I thought I did. Okay, that's very, very cool. But from our Oscar's Treasure, we got some absolute fire. We got 2 illustration rares and really nice ones. I'm a big fan of both of these. We got a full art as well. And then we got 2 EXs. So on the balance, both in terms of obviously the hits that I got from the Oscar's Treasure, but the actual value, I think overall, I would definitely buy the Oscar's Treasure again over the other set. You get a better return. You get more consistency because you're getting more packs, and also the packs are more interesting to open. Black Bolt and White Flare are good hits. I mean, they're good packs to get. So thank you enormously for following along. If you've enjoyed this, please do drop a like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. There should be some other videos on the channel. They will be on the screen at the moment. Do have a watch of those, and I'll catch you next time.